Hi, guys. Happy morning to you. If you're tuning in, drop down and say hi in the comments. Sorry, that didn't come out. It's apparently quickly approaching Mercury Retrograde. I just talked to Brandy, our favorite astrologer from Brandy Burrow Astrology and Tarot. That's her Facebook page. And she said Friday is the day when Mercury hits retrograde. So you're going to hear me stumbling over my words a little bit. Nothing new, but I feel it a little more today. Anyway, if you are tuning in at all during the live, or maybe you're catching a replay, say hey down in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions about what I do. And definitely hit the love button and feel free to share this out with your friends. So I just wanted to drop by and talk about what's happening this week in my sweet little shop. On Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I have the Molodara Chakra Key 101 class. I highly encourage you to check this out. This is something that a lot of people have been asking me to do for quite some time. It's at a really great price. I have it listed at $34. You can't go wrong. I know it's a 101 class, but I have some really interesting stuff I'm going to throw into the mix. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite ways to work with this key, share some really cool stories with you. And then I'm going to take you into a fabulous meditation. I actually shared it with Brandy. She had a chance to give it a check out, and she absolutely loved it. She said she felt like her body was floating, which that's my goal. That's how we heal. Just allow yourself to completely relax into the moment, connect in with that Molodara chakra, which was your root chakra. And do some healing. So with that, you are going to receive a recorded version of the meditation that I am offering in class so that you can continue to work with it and heal. Of course, I recommend having your root chakra key, your Molodara key for class, but if you don't, no worries, you can get that later on or just move on. It's good information, it's interesting. And kind of the message I was getting for the year as I was preparing for 2022 is to go back to our basic structures and build on that foundation. It's time to do a reset within ourselves, the space that we're in, what we're working with, these energies, things like that. So it's just really important to build on your foundations and do healing. I also just finished up the quantum alignment class, putting the pieces together for that. That is happening on January 29th. Super amazing class. A lot of you know that I receive a lot of my information as downloads, and this is one that will blow you away. We're going to be working with some affirmations and manifesting and kind of putting the pieces together. I have a little formula that I'm offering that it's kind of a no nonsense formula, I'm going to call it, for lack of a better term here. But it's going to be awesome. I think you guys are really going to love it. I have some, like I said, some really mind-blowing information to share with you that I think is really going to take you to the next level. So again, check that out. You can find both of my classes under the classes tab on my website, holistichealingtherapeutics.com. The quantum alignment class is $34.77. Again, kind of a price you can't go wrong. Share it with your friends, learn something new. I think you guys are going to love it. And we're going to have fun. You'll get meditations with that. In fact, I'm being told now 2 recorded meditations go with that class. So that's I mean, basically you're getting, I don't know, I would say you're paying for one meditation, and you're getting an extra plus some really amazing information to go along with it. If you are into the guided meditations and taking your healing to the next level, I would recommend checking out the Quantum DNA Healing Meditation experience. That one I have listed in my Etsy shop. It is mind-blowing. You guys, I love meditation, and I love creating these meditations for you to share with you. It's something I have been doing for years. However, I just started recording them and offering them as downloads. They're beautiful. This one has a background music of 432 hertz, which is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. So it has a space of supportive healing, unconditional love, and acceptance. And it's just going to take you to a whole new level. It's beautiful. This meditation is, let's see, is it 15 minutes long? I think I have. There's a few minutes at the end where it's just music, so you can come back to the space you're in. So I think it takes it to maybe 20 minutes total with the extra music at the end, but the meditation piece is at least 15 minutes. So just a little information for you there. And then we are, like I mentioned in the beginning, quickly approaching Mercury retrograde. So I wanted to talk about the Alchemy Key. This is our OG key. I released this key back in July 2019. This is our first keys of the universe. It has made itself well known around the world. People all over the world love working with this beauty. This is our standard size. This is the 12-inch Alchemy Key. We also have the mini Alchemy Key, which is 6 inches. And just for perspective, here's kind of the difference in sizes. So this was done on, the mini was done on a special request of Brandy. She wanted something just a little more portable, something to stick in her car to travel with her as she drove. So we created the mini. And then we also have the pendant, which I apologize, I didn't grab it, but it's a 2-inch size pendant. It's really, really portable. You can throw that around your neck on a chain, throw it on a keychain. I have some people who like to stick it on those little clips in their backpack or in their purse. And this key is all about transforming energy. It's about remaining grounded, transforming lower vibrational energies into higher vibrational energies. I have a lot of people that like to use it for space clearing purposes. I'm going to use the mini just to kind of show you. Somebody had messaged me and told me that they took it out of the package and they were called to hold it between their index finger and their thumb. And they kind of, just like a pendulum, let it guide them to the space in their home where it needed to go. And then they used it to scoop the energy out. I think that is absolutely fabulous. It's actually become one of the coolest ways to work with it for me. I don't know. I love learning from you guys, and I love being able to share new tips and tricks with you guys on how to work with these keys. Something else I find really fascinating, again, in line with the Mercury retrograde, people like to put these next to their electronic devices. So whether it's your computer, your routers, things like that, it kind of keeps the energies in check. I will tell you that. Another trick, something I tend to notice, sometimes my phone gets a little quirky, my cell, when I'm working during Mercury retrograde, excuse me. I will hold my hand over my phone and work with royal blue energy. So just kind of to help downloads and, you know, let's say your phone has an update and it's just moving really slow. I'll hold my hand over it and just project royal blue energy to my cell phone. So that's kind of a neat little tip and trick for you there too. These are wonderful if you are traveling. Stick it under the seat of your car, or maybe throw it in your purse that you have next to you if you're a passenger, or, you know, however you want to do it. But they make the trip feel smoother. I don't know. It's like, it almost helps speed up the travel time a little bit. And I mean, just making things smoother. It feels like you get there faster. It's not like it speeds up time actually, but you'll notice less aches and pains if you stick it under your seat, just to kind of put you in this protective bubble of energy. And these are great for slipping in your pillow to make sure you have a good night's sleep. Again, the mini size is really portable, great to take traveling with you. Throw it in a pillowcase. If you are at the hotel room, just don't forget to grab it. I like to take my own pillowcase, or my own pillows and pillowcases. So I'll just throw one in my pillow before I leave the house. And then, you know, if you're in a hotel room, then you don't have to worry about remembering it. You can also stick it next to you on the nightstand. Again, people rave about how well this promotes amazing sleep at night, and the dreams that they have, a lot of clarity in their dreams too. Let's see, do I have anything else I wanted to share with you about this key? I have a whole list of notes in front of me of exciting and fascinating things I want to share. Pretty sure I covered them, but definitely check out the Alchemy Keys. These are available in my Etsy shop, Purple Rain & Co., or on my website, Holistic Healing Therapeutics. Wonderful, wonderful products. These are affordable. The standard size, the 12-inch, is $36. This one is this 24, I think I have it listed at 24, and the pendant is 21. So awesome products, great price. This will kind of get you started in the keys of the universe, give you an affordable product to work with, play with. The energy is off the charts. In fact, when I first started creating these, I sent one to my friend, and she likes to go to psychic fairs and, you know, do readings and stuff there. And she had one just kind of tucked in her, behind her sign that advertises her business, her signage. And she said that people were stopping in their tracks because they could feel this energy as they walked into the auric field. It was an amazing thing to hear about the keys. So then she'd have to pull it out and show it. And actually, yeah, so amazing tool, really awesome energy. These are great for anything. Experiencing pain, you can lay it on the area of pain. You can scoop the energy. Let spirit guide you on how to work with these. They are wonderful. And then before we go, I always want to pull a little sweet card. So I'm working with Spirit Junkie cards this morning. I'll show you these. These are awesome. Make sure you can see the box here, Spirit Junkie. So these are affirmation cards. I'm going to just pull one. Give us a little affirmation to work with this week. I know we're halfway through, but dang it, sometimes it feels like Mondays and some days it feels like Friday, or some look at me stumble. Goodness sakes, what's happening here? Sometimes Wednesdays feel like Mondays and sometimes Wednesdays feel like Fridays. Today, it happens to feel like a Wednesday, which I'm actually really thankful for because I have a few things I'm working on. One thing I have left to do is put the final pieces on the new moon meditation exercises that I have scheduled for February. Well, new moon is February 1st. The event is happening January 31st. And this is right before the Lunar New Year. So it's perfect for setting intentions, and manifesting. New moons are great for that anyway, but you have a little extra boost with the Lunar New Year starting. And in order to receive information for that, head to my website, sign up for my newsletter. I will be sending Zoom links through my newsletter for that. That way, don't have to worry about algorithms and stuff like that. So it's free. It's a free event. So awesome. Oh, I love this. This is perfect. So if you're joining me, I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. So thank you so much for inspiring me to be great. With that, may your day be filled with infinite possibilities and opportunities. Thank you so much for joining me live. May you have a blessed day.